Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Al-Hazim bin Hisamuddin. I am final year student in Bachelor of Mechanical Engineering with Honour, University Teknologi Mara Shah Alam. Today, I will present about my final year project, which is the development of lower limb exoskeleton. This project has been supervised by Dr. Muhammad Hanif bin Muhammad Ramli. So, these are the agenda of the presentation. So the first one is project summary. According to the project title, the main objective of developing this exoskeleton prototype is to assist the post-stroke patient to walk again. So to achieve the objective, I have implemented a few of aspects, which is the design and product analysis and pneumatic application. So with this aspect, it will help me to achieve the main objective. So I will explain about the exoskeleton. So exoskeleton is a mechanical device that a person wear for specific purpose or application. Other than that, exoskeleton is a hard mechanical frame with joint that allow human to move or do some work. So basically, in exoskeleton, there are two types of exoskeleton. For the first one is motorized exoskeleton, and the other one is passive exoskeleton. For the motorized exoskeleton, it will use actuator for move the exoskeleton. For example, the hydraulic, the electrical, the pneumatic actuator will use to move the exoskeleton. For the passive exoskeleton, it become the support for the human to move or do some work. So basically, no mechanical part or mechanical equipment used in the exoskeleton. So before I start my project, I have reviewed some previous research. So there are some products that have been made from the other company or person. They have do the research. For example, the first one. So this exoskeleton have a few limitations that the other tool at his research. For example, lack of stability, not capable to do a heavy work. So the second one, the product name is pediatric exoskeleton. This exoskeleton use the gear concept to move the actuator and make the exoskeleton move. So in this product, there are a few limitations that occur. For example, to maintaining the gear for the exoskeleton, so that they must do the maintenance monthly to make the exoskeleton move smoothly. So because of this research that I read, so I will come up some problem statement and also the limitation that I know regarding to the project. So this is the problem statement that I gained. So the first one is limitation of medical equipment to use to track a patient condition and the treatment progress. Other than that, the difficulty of managing the data collection from the medical equipment. And lastly, lack of various size of product. For the problem statement, this problem statement is focusing to the medical sector. So that I think is suitable for me to use this problem statement because my project also regarding the medical. So this is the objective of this research, this project. Sorry. So the first one is to design a simple, useful, and durable exoskeleton prototype for post-stroke patient. For the second one is to integrate the new prototype of exoskeleton that has an optimum condition for post-stroke patient. And the last one is to evaluate the effectiveness of prototype and marketability of the exoskeleton product. With this objective, I have come out the scope of the research. So these are the parameters that I have used to create to meet the project. For example, the robotic, static, and kinematics. So the second one is final element analysis. The third one is pneumatic, and the last one is automation. So with this parameter, it will help the patient that have recovered from stroke and try to walk again by using this exoskeleton. So in this research, there are some limitations that I have conclude. For example, a lot of money will be spent to create a specific exoskeleton. Other than that, to maintaining the exoskeleton performance, and lastly, the flexibility of exoskeleton. So these are the methodology in this research. So the first one, I do the brainstorming. So next to my process, which is the survey and reading. In this process, I have gained a lot of information and advice from supervisor. After I get all the input and knowledge, I start my prototyping. So in this prototyping process, I make the draft of sketch and also understand the concept of exoskeleton. So after that, I start to design the new prototype of exoskeleton. And after I finish my design development, I start to analyze the product or the design and get the advice from the supervisor. After I finish, analyze, and make the final design of the product, I have prepared the proposal to give to my supervisor. And then I start my presentation about my proposal. So these are my calendar of planning, which is it start from October until July. So this calendar will explain the overall my project. So these are the expected result, which is in the design and analysis. We will show for the first figure is the understanding the concept of joint. So after I understand the concept of joint, I start to create the simple concept of exoskeleton, and I get the advice from supervisor, and I start to do the final design, which is this one. So this is the final design of my exoskeleton. So in the exoskeleton, I have also analyzed the movement of the exoskeleton, which is in this picture. We can see the movement of the exoskeleton from right until it will do the full cycle of walk, so that we can calculate the joint and the degree of freedom. So this is the joint angle that can be we calculate about the percentage of right gain cycle. So this is the graph that can I refer for my research to make my exoskeleton move smoothly and move like the actual leg. So before I end my presentation, this is the complementary remark. I think my research is not enough to make the good research. So I think I would like to improve my design and analysis so that it will be fulfill the objective and also can overcome the limitation. Other than that, try to find a lot of information about the research. Other than that, and try to ask the experience and lecturer before I making a decision and move to the fabrication process. So so I think that's all from my presentation. Thank you.